Yo, what is up, guys? Yours truly, King Gates. I'm here to give you guys a really good and awesome review on One Piece manga chapter 803. Now, you guys know how I feel about live reactions, but I actually did one this time, and it was on One Piece manga chapter 803. The chapter definitely deserved a live reaction, and that's what I gave it. So if you guys want to go see a full good edited live reaction reading the chapter along with me, go watch that video. Give us a thumbs up, comments, do anything you can for that video. If you want to, share the video because I believe it's a good live reaction, and you can read the chapter with me because I put the pictures on there as well. But that's enough promotion for the reaction. It's time for the review because everybody knows once I get in front of this camera and do a chapter, episode, series, or whatever review, I'm going in. No more of that bullshit. It's time for a real raw review. So we're going to cover the basis of this chapter. We're going to cover everything, and that's basically me recapping what the fuck happened, and then I'm going to give my thoughts, and then I'm going to give a score, and that'll be the whole review. We're going to cut it up in pieces, alright? But we're going to go in order this time. My Fairy Tail manga chapter 455, I believe chapter, or 456, one of those two, I forget. I didn't go in order because I didn't really feel like it. But this time we're going to go in order. We're going to do it better than we did before because I feel as in order is better for this chapter of One Piece. Fairy Tail, you could go out of place and still be good. This chapter, we got to go in order. So we're going to do it like this. Let's go. One Piece manga chapter 803 review. Let's start with the island of Zou, alright? So we have the Straw Hat crew, well, one half of the Straw Hat crew, excuse me. We have Luffy, Zoro, Usopp, Robin, Kanju, Kinemon, Law. We have all of them, and basically they're at Island of Zou. They're at this fucking elephant, you know what I'm saying? And mind you, this elephant moves very, very slow. He doesn't move fast, but he moves extremely slow. Like how everybody knows, like the earth literally moves, but it moves so slow that you can't feel it moving, which is why we're always still, but we do move. The earth does move every single year. I don't know how many centimeters or whatever. I don't know what is that like. I don't know, but I know we do move. It's kind of like that with the elephant. While it is moving, it's moving extremely slow, so they have time to get on the elephant and climb up and get to the island of Zou, which is on top of the elephant. One thing I really want to talk about and cover, the elephant is huge. I feel like people are underestimating the size of the elephant. The elephant is literally standing and walking on water, and not only walking on water, but he's standing in the ocean. Okay, the ocean is, it's been said, it's been shown by going to Fishman Island that the water is at least 50,000 feet. All right, I'm pretty sure it's way more than that. And the elephant is literally down there, and he can touch his clouds with his fucking head and whatnot, and his fucking back. Crazy. I feel like that's crazy. Giant elephant, and it's been here for 1,000 years. So I'm really curious because everybody's been saying that we're gonna see the void century. We're gonna hear a lot more about that. I can't wait because I really want to know more about the void century, and I feel like this elephant is basically the root of the void century, since the void century happened 900 years ago, and it's been there for 1,000 years. So he basically had a 100-year gap between the whole void century and 1,000 years and whatnot. Can't really wait to see if we're going to see more about the void century and the whole 900-year elephant gap thingy. Moving on, like I said before, Kanju, he basically summons this dragon-like lizard, and they basically all get on top of the fucking lizard, and they're climbing up the elephant. While they're climbing up the elephant, Bartolomeo, he basically says, I would love to go on an adventure with you guys, but we're way past our radar. I'm just gonna have to see you soon, but the next time I see you, I'm gonna get strong, so that way, whenever you need help, I'm gonna come back stronger and actually help. While Bart was saying this, Luffy wasn't even paying attention because he was just freaking glorified at the fact that he's about to ride this dragon by climbing up this fucking elephant to get to fucking island of Zou. Alright? It was crazy to me. I was like, what the fuck? Are you serious? So, but after that, Luffy and Bart, they say their goodbyes. So now Bart's going to be gone. I'm going to miss his character. Very, very funny and comical character. He definitely lightened up the mood in the One Piece chapters. I definitely liked his character, but it's going to be pretty sad to see him go. But I know we're going to see him later on because he's one of the leaders in the whole fleet army of Luffy. So we're going to see him very, very soon, in my opinion. At least I think we are. There was also a few hidden gags between Robin and how she really liked the freaking dragon that Kanju made made with his technique. Like, she said that like twice throughout the chapter, so I don't know if she has a fetish for fucking drawing dragons, but she kept saying it twice. I think that was just a comical purpose, but it was really weird even for Robin. It would be weird for anybody, but like for Robin, because Robin's more of a like uptight, shy, but happy kind of character. And when she kept saying like, oh, it's cute, I like it, it's just like, what the fuck are you doing, Robin? So I definitely noticed that part, and it was kind of weird. Now, after this whole setup to move up to the island, to go to fucking Zoe and whatnot, or move up to the elephant, excuse me, we get to see Monkey D. Dragon. This is D in sign language, by the way. Monkey D. Dragon, and man, oh man, I went hype. Like I said, if you haven't seen my live reaction, go see it, because live reaction there are prime. But I was hyped. I was like, yo, this is fucking dope. Amazing. So this part of this chapter, very, very interesting. Two things that really interest me the most about this chapter was how Dragon said he's tired of Luffy, or he said I had enough of him. That's the main thing, and that's really the main thing he said, because he was talking to Koala, and how freaking Koala said Sabo and Luffy is there, and he was like, okay, wait, is Robin okay? So two things that either confirms my theory that Robin is truly the daughter of Monkey D. Dragon, which is not really my theory, but like a theory that's coming around, but I believe that's the same thing. Like I feel like that, you know, it's my theory, because I came up with it as well, but I heard like other things as well, where Monkey D. Dragon might be the father of Robin, you know what I'm saying? I heard of that as well, thus making her a D. But I feel as he's only worried about her because he says she's key to winning this war between the Marines and pirates and revolutionaries and whatnot. So he's really just worried about her. But the fact that he said I had enough of my son Luffy, and he didn't really care about him, it kind of goes to show it's like, I don't question, like I said, don't question your morals as a leader. I feel as a leader, you're great, you're awesome, you're commander-in-chief, you're doing something right to fucking lead a really big army, thus like the revolutionaries, but I'm questioning your morals as a father. And I feel like that's really, really, really underrated in the series of One Piece, because Luffy just out on his own. But like, I don't know. I feel like there's more other things going on with Dragon regarding Luffy. I feel as Dragon is just saying that because he's tired of Luffy making too much noise in the new world, and he's gonna eventually get killed, maybe. I don't know. I feel like there's way more than what meets the eye when he said I had enough of Luffy. Like, is he fed up with his son Luffy? Like what? Because he didn't even address Sabo, and Sabo is self-proclaimed Luffy's brother. Like, they drunk sake, they grew up together, literally, you know what I'm saying? Well, technically speaking, they didn't, but like, you know, they basically grew up together, you know what I'm saying? So he didn't even address them two, but really his son, he said I had enough of Luffy. It's crazy in my opinion, but you know, I guess it's whatever. Then another thing that I really want to cover is he said bring up all the leaders of the revolutionaries. Now, I thought there was only one main leader, now was Dragon, but apparently he came up in the ranks after the 2-year time skip, and now he's commander-in-chief, which is actually more than a leader, and there's other leaders. And Sabo, I believe, is not a leader. Sabo is the second in command of the revolutionaries next to Dragon. At least that's what I got from when he was in Dressrosa. But there's other leaders, and Koala was like, we're gonna see the old weird people again. So I'm kind of curious as to who these people are. It's kind of like having the fucking whole faction and like revolutionaries. It's kind of cool to see like there's leaders. Hopefully it's new characters, but also as well old characters, you know what I'm saying? I would definitely love to see old fucking characters come up in the fucking revolutionary group with the whole leader thing, but also as well as new, because we need new characters just like Weeble and other characters, you know what I'm saying? Because right now we see a lot of characters returning to the new world. Rob Lucci, fucking all these crazy old characters, Crocodile, you know what I'm saying? All this good shit. Moving on, we get to see Blackbeard. Now this one was great. This part of this chapter was great as well. Now we didn't get to see Blackbeard initially, but we got to see Blackbeard crew. We got to see his second command, second captain of the second fleet or whatever. I don't know. I guess he has fleets, and I guess why. And this is foreshadowing. I'm going to just go off in a whim and say this is foreshadowing. We're going to see Luffy versus Blackbeard, fleet versus fleet, because I guess Shiryu of the Rain, the second commander, fucking captain, and the 5th commander Lafayette, they're captains of their own fleet and whatnot. And since Luffy has a fleet with literally damn near 6,000 men, I feel as it's foreshadowing Luffy versus Blackbeard, fleet versus fleet, you know what I'm saying? Straw Hat crew versus Blackbeard, excuse me, crew. they're just going to clash. I feel like that's what we're going to see, because it, mind you, we never heard of fleet unless it was fucking in world government, you know what I'm saying, with the Marines and whatnot. We never really heard of fleet, you know what I'm saying. At least I haven't. I don't really remember hearing fleet from a pirate crew, you know what I'm saying. But now that we've seen Luffy get a fleet, and then we see Blackbeard have a fleet, it's only further foreshadowing the final fight between Luffy and Blackbeard, in my opinion. Whether him being a final villain, I don't know, but I feel like that's going to be the final fight, Luffy versus Blackbeard. It's set down to be just that, a final fight between Luffy and Blackbeard, fleet versus fleet. It even said that we're going to see Luffy's fleet again. We just don't know when. But they're there and whatnot, Shiryu of the Rain and Lafayette, they actually went to Dressrosa. Very crazy, because I didn't even know they went to Dressrosa, but they went to Dressrosa to go get, excuse me, Jesus Burgess and whatnot, and Jesus Burgess wasn't there. Jesus Burgess is actually unconscious, and he's actually at the headquarters of the revolutionaries, and he doesn't even know where he's at, but he's basically said, Lafayette, Shiryu, just follow my Fury card. I'm at this white fucking place, this island, and I think it's the dragon, I think it's the Revolutionary Army main base. So if everything goes according to plan, from what I've read, we're gonna basically have the Blackbeard pirates invade the revolutionaries, because they actually got the weapons. Nothing I missed, excuse me. They actually got the weapons from Doflamingo, and there's like, they got this rare steel and whatnot. So basically, we're gonna see the revolutionaries dragon versus Blackbeard pirates, if everything goes as well as planned from what I read. But I'm pretty sure we're not going to get a clash like that anytime soon. I'm pretty sure we're just going to get some little shit here and there, but we're not going to get a full detailed fight between Dragon and Blackbeard. It doesn't seem likely, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Even if we do, I feel as Dragon's main power, unless the leaders are like super strong, I feel like Blackbeard power is a little bit over Dragon, but that's just from what I've like seen of both, you know what I'm saying? I haven't really seen both, only seen really Blackbeard. I know Sabo's strong as fuck, and Sabo basically wrecked Jesus Burgess, but Shiryu of the Rain, I feel like it's on a whole nother level than Jesus Burgess. Well, maybe not a whole nother level, but I feel as he's like a little bit above. He's kind of like the Zoro to a Sanji. While people believe Zoro and Sanji are like even, I feel like Zoro's up here just because of the feats that we've seen, you know what I'm saying? He's ranked to be up there because of his goal, world's strongest swordsman. When you gotta be the world's strongest swordsman, you gotta do a lot of shit that involves the world's strongest swordsman, in my opinion. And that's just a little bit, that up his feats more than Sanji. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Shiryu is going to be a little bit stronger than Jesus Burgess, because Sabo wrecked him. But then again, I don't know if we're going to get a whole Dragon, Revolutionaries versus Blackbeards. But Blackbeard does want weapons. Same thing with Buggy. They want weapons, so they're all going to probably go to the Revolutionary Army base, since fucking Burgess is there, and looks like Blackbeard pirates are headed to that same place. I don't know if they're going to be there, but it looks pretty interesting. Moving on, we get to see Buggy, the Shichibukai Buggy. Now, Buggy is my man. I fucking love Buggy. Now, seeing Buggy, it was pretty fucking dope, alright? I was like, yo, this is fucking dope. And Buggy basically just leaves his... Now, Buggy... See, the thing with Buggy is... I don't mean to cut my own self off, but the thing with Buggy is... Nothing really interesting. He's still like a very simplistic character with simplistic goals. Basically a true pirate and whatnot. He wants gold. You know what I'm saying? After he found out that Doflamingo lost and he's getting sent to Impel Down, and there's no need for the whole trade and basically all the weapons and whatnot, he's basically sending a lot of... He would send all his pirates to Dressrosa to go get gold and weapons and whatnot, since Dressrosa is basically in a state where Doflamingo doesn't really control it anymore and whatnot. So like I said, Buggy, very simplistic character, still very simplistic, but that's the good thing about Buggy. He maintained the whole simplicity, and Simplicity Gang is the best gang in the world, because you don't have to be complex to be a good character, and Buggy shows that. He just wants gold, he just wants to find things in life, you know what I'm saying? He's a fucking acrobatic freak, you know what I'm saying? He has fucking makeup all over his face. Nobody just naturally looks like that, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I like about Buggy. But I was just trying to say with his needs and whatnot. So again, he has a lot of fucking pirates. He's sending them all to get gold and whatnot. But then he finds out that one of his leaders or something has left his pirate crew or whatever it's called, because like now he's a chairman, like, and now like a lot of people are starting to get like different like fucking ranks. Like now Blackbeard isn't called Captain Blackbeard. He's called Admiral. Blackbeard, you know what I'm saying? Dragon now isn't called leader of the revolutionary, now he's called commander-in-chief, you know what I'm saying? Now Buggy has a new rank where he's chairman. Like, it's confusing in a sense. Like, all these fucking new ranks, like admiral, chairman, commander-in-chief, like they're all like high ranks. They're not just captain anymore, you know what I'm saying? They're above everybody else. That's how they look at it. And from even Dragon, even though he claimed to be a good guy, we don't know, okay? After he said that shit about Luffy, I don't know. But moving on, apparently one of Buggy's men has quit, and his other 4 men has quit as well. Like these 5 men that he counted on and whatnot, they have quit, and he doesn't know why. So I'm very curious as to who these men are and whatever they role and whatnot, because apparently Buggy really needed all of them, not one of them, because one of them was about to leave. He was like, all right, I already got 4 more, you know what I'm saying? All of them left, and he was really concerned. So I'm really curious as to who these people are, and what were their connection, what were their motives and whatnot to Buggy, because Buggy seemed really out of it when he said like all 5 of them quit. Like when he found out, excuse me, all 5 of them quit, he was like, yo, why? You know what I'm saying? What the hell happened? They're very crazy. The last 2 pages are very subtle pages. We get back to the island of Zou, and they're basically climbing the elephant and whatnot, and we find out why Kanju and Kinemon are actually here on the island of Zou instead of Wano Country. And basically they're here because they're looking for their friend who's a fucking ninja. Now, don't panic, no panicking. It's a ninja. And now I understand, oh, what the fuck, a ninja? A ninja? Yes, a ninja, okay? I feel like this is straight up just homage to Naruto, you know what I'm saying? Like a ninja in the pirate world, like that's unheard of, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like Oda's just really paying homage. I've seen Oda pay homage. I feel like Oda's paying homage with using the character side with Kanju, you know what I'm saying? The whole drawing technique and whatnot. I feel like Oda really loved Naruto as not only as a series, but as a rival series. And he also really liked Kishimoto. Like that was his friend, his best friend, his rival, his nemesis. So he's paying a homage. And Naruto did the same. Naruto did the same by paying homage with a lot of things, with a lot of fucking things. So I appreciate that shit, straight up. Moving on, they basically find out why, like I said, Kanju and Kinemon want to go to Island of Zou. We're gonna find out more on what they reached on top of Island of Zou. That's what Kinemon said. But their main thing is because they need to see if their friend is okay. They need to see if Momo's okay as well, because Momo, as you know, is with the Sunny and whatnot, because they reached up with Sunny and the Sunny's doing fine and whatnot, and they find out that they're not there, so they're in the Island of Zou and all this other things. The last part of the chapter was very interesting. In my opinion, we got to see somebody flying towards the Straw Hat Crew to the point where they're like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, Luffy's face, priceless, because he didn't know what the fuck was gonna go on. Like, something's flying towards him and we don't know who it is. I have a lot of guesses. I feel as it might be, it's obviously somebody from Zou, maybe, falling down. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know who. I really don't know who. You know what I'm saying? I'm curious though. So that's pretty much it for this chapter. Now let's move on and talk about everything. A lot of these fucking, I feel like chapters like these are very self-explanatory chapters when it comes to it. It's already progression of the series. It's moving the series well on its progression and whatnot. We're progressing into the new arc. We're slowly but surely, you know what I'm saying, slow paced and whatnot. But in terms of like other areas regarding Blackbeard, the revolutionary Buggy, we get to see how they're doing and whatnot, and it's progressing in terms of them, because they're really big assets to the series of One Piece. So progression is definitely a good thing. Character development, not much here and there, you know what I'm saying? Very minimum character development. We got to say bye to Bart, and his Bart is very subtle and whatnot. So we're gonna see him obviously again. We got to see a lot of character changes and a lot of rank changes. So very different, but I still fuck with it. So that's pretty much it for this chapter. A great chapter in my opinion. What are your guys' thoughts? Please let me know what you guys think. And until then, I'm gonna see you guys later. Peace the fuck out.